I'm Wonder001, and this is a specially requested review of an older product, the Garmin nüvi 260. This is a non-LMT model, so this does not have lifetime traffic or maps. It, like I said, is an older model. I probably got this about 4 to 5 years ago. I replaced it with the Garmin nüvi 2555 LMT, which I will link to here in case you want to see a review of that particular model. So this is a smaller, older model, so it has the older style maps on them, which in some cases I think are a little better and more user-friendly than the new style maps, but that's a different story that we won't be covering right now. So the GPS is completely plastic all around, hard plastic backing. Here on the back you can see the mini USB 2.0 port for charging and loading maps, as well as a speaker. Like I said, it is a plastic backing. On the side here you see nothing because it's a single unibody plastic style design. On the other side there is a SD card slot, not a micro SD card slot, an SD card slot, so the bigger card slot. The front, you have a slightly raised bezel. Again, it's the matted plastic, so it's not going to collect fingerprints. The screen, however, will collect fingerprints. It is a non-capacitive touchscreen, so that means it's not like the touchscreen on a smartphone. However, still a touchscreen, not as sensitive, that's all. On the top, you have the slide for the on-off button. I prefer this method to the one that was on the LMT, or I'm sorry, the 2555 LMT, because it also has a lock mode, meaning you can't turn it off, and it's just, there's something about the tactile switch as opposed to just pushing something in. The underside, you just have the hook for the mounting bracket. So, the general dimensions of the device are, it is 3.8 inches wide, 2.8 inches high, with a depth of 0.8, giving it a screen size of 2.0 inches in width, 2.1 inches in height, and it is a 320 by 240 pixel resolution screen. And the device itself, or in this case the GPS itself, weighs 5.2 ounces. Now that's because the plastic construction, the housing of it, makes it a little heavier than you would expect. There are no screws visible anywhere on the outside, so it's kind of like one of those things you would find a corner. If you had a special tool could pry it open. I wouldn't recommend doing that if you've never done that before. The internals of it, it has a 1.2 gig solid state internal hard drive with a rechargeable lithium ion battery, which is supposed to give you about 5 hours of usage. Now, part of the reason I looked for a new GPS is because the battery started going on me. I probably overcharged it a few times, but that's why I ended up needing a new battery. Like I said, it's a solid construction. It's a smaller model. It's almost similar, more similar, I should say, to the Zoom models, which are their motorcycle branded GPS units now. But it's a nice size, it's a nice weight. If you're looking for a smaller screen, you don't want that 5-inch form factor. To kind of give a demonstration of the size, you know, I kind of like to do this if you've seen any of my other videos. There it is next to a pack of cards, both depth and width. Now, with this GPS, I normally, like I say in other videos, I don't do unboxings, but with something like this, you kind of want to know what comes with it. So, you get the mounting bracket, which goes onto the back of the device, thusly. You have USB car charger, so car adapter. Again, this is a non-traffic model, so there is no FM receiver on this. It's just to power the device. And you have the old style suction cup. There is a dashboard disc mount as well if you choose to use that instead of suction cupping it to the windshield. Again, some places your local laws say that you can't do that, so it does come with that disc mount that you can put the suction cup on and display it like so. And I'm going to bump out to another video here for the user interface. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the area below.